Бой начинается.
Welcome guys, Brandon here from Terminated Gaming, and once again we are on World of Warships. This time I am playing in my Tier 9 USS Georgia, and I'm accompanied by my ever-incompetent division mate Zane and his Tier 9 Rune, and we're on the Islands of Ice Domination map. So, this video came to me as I was finishing this game. I was like, you know, this is like how I epitomize my games in the Georgia should go all the time, but of course I don't always have that good of luck, or that good of skill either. So Georgia Tier 9 American Premium BB, of course getting removed from the game in patch 10, but not removed, well, removed from sale, not removed from the game. Let me rephrase. Too popular of a ship, that's why. It's a very popular ship, it's very capable. It does 33 knots, normally, like 33, 34 knots. Similar to the Iowa, that's why I kind of feel like it's the same hull as the Iowa, I think. It's just, instead of the 3 triple turrets of 16-inch guns, it has 3 dual turrets of 18-inch guns. Of course, you know, it has 6 guns instead of 9 per broadside compared to the Iowa. It has the same secondary layout, but better secondaries. By that, I mean they can actually shoot out. Mine are at a range of 11.3, I believe, on the minimap. So, oh yeah, it's right there too. So 11.3. Of course, these aren't like German secondaries. They aren't going to pen a lot of things. I believe they have 21 millimeters of penetration on the 127s. I could do the math, but I'm not going to. So 21 pen. I don't run IFHE on them because really they're there for fire starting, mostly. Because with IFHE, it would take it up to 26 millimeters of pen. So yeah, it gives you a few more things on the lower end of that spectrum. But it already can pen superstructure, so like it's not going to do a whole bunch. Here I launched my spotter plane. I'm not 100% sure why. But yeah, the Georgia also only has 20-kilometer range on its main batteries. I believe you can take modules to increase it, but I do my modules just for my secondaries. But yes, so I launched the spotter. Here you can, I'm not running a speed boost, but I am completely going wide here. And an enemy Missouri is pushing hard. And I fire there, and only get the front 2 to go, but I get 10k with 2 hits. And secondaries are already lighting up, and I focus over to the Shirasuyu while he was spotted. Thankfully that'll go back to him if they can hit him. And Zane's running his hydros, so I know about the torpedoes, so I can turn away. And this Missouri is still here. And notice that no one's really shooting at me, so I decide to switch fire to that Talon. 18-inch shells out. I know I'm turning back in towards the torps, but I see that gap there, and I'm like, maybe I can make it to that. And I nuked the Talon. Wasn't even paying attention to my sailing here to make sure I don't run into a torpedo. I kind of cut it a little late there to, you know, turn back in. Missouri, of course, gets radar, if you don't remember, and that's what he's running right now. But we're up to 45,000 damage-ish right now because of that Talon. And I wait here because Missouri looks like he's turning, and then I take those shots. And sadly, I'm only rewarded with 7,000 damage off of 6 shells. Because of overpens, they went a little bit high into the superstructure. But, of course, I'm focusing my secondaries on that destroyer while he was up. I don't actually have manual fire control for my secondaries. And we do manage to get a fire on the destroyer that he puts out. But, yes, now we're going to see if we can finish off that Missouri. And, of course, we do. Putting us at 2 kills, 58,000 damage. And now we get to do the fun thing is, oh hey, all my targets of opportunity are dead, and I have short range BB. What do? I'm way on the edge of the map. And so I decided to turn on my speed boost, and I'm going to try to push as hard as I can towards that Izumo. So that way, either I get his flank from the right side of the map, or somebody else on my team gets the flank on the left side of the map. Or from the left. So, of course, that actually doesn't end up happening. And I don't really get a lot of good shots on that Izumo, which is very sad, but, you know, that happens. He's bow on to almost all of us, so my shells are going to have to be incredibly lucky in order to do any AP damage to him. But, you know, you're going to take the shots anyways. Really, I should have loaded HE, but once again, it's the same as like in my Iowa games. I rarely ever switch the ammunition type. Just keep firing away at AP, and you might get lucky somewhere. You know, the AP makes up for it. Whereas, you know, the fire, you just gotta hope, or with the HE, you kind of hope for fires. But that Izumo's getting focused down by, I think there's like 4 or 5 things shooting at him, including myself. So, you know. But still, the Georgia, sorry, gets a speed boost. So 33, 34 knots normally. But with the speed boost can get almost up to 40 knots in a straight line. Of course, you know, if you're turning or if you're close to the map border, you're not going to get that. But the almost 40 knots. This thing can chase down some DDs, and it's crazy. And it's kind of funny, too, if you think about it, you know, chasing down a DD in this thing. There we get 4,700, you know, it's not like crazy numbers off 3 hits, 1 ricocheted and 2 actually penned. Izumo actually doesn't have too bad of armor at its angles that it can get. It just sometimes gets really unlucky. I don't know why I selected the focus here, because like I said, I don't have manual fire control for my secondaries. So it seems kind of worthless of me to do that. We're up to 67,000 damage though, and this match has really just been shooting at 3 different targets, if you think about it. There the Izumo goes down to Zane. That's Zane's 2nd kill. I believe he got the kill on the Hipper as well that charged. And so now we got to play the game of run right back into the middle of the map and help out with stuff further away. Now that Shiratsuyu that was on this flank, he's running up to the north, and he's going to be a thorn in the side of these guys. So I'm going to decide to kind of run away from him. You know, if he's not going to lend himself to being spotted, I'm not going to just be up here dodging torps, trying to chase him down. I'd much rather be useful somewhere else. Because I haven't even ran a heal yet this game. I didn't need to run a heal because we took like, what, 6,000 damage-ish, like 5,700. Nothing really shot at us. I wait to see if the Rico spots that Shiratsuyu with radar. He does. Of course, we have to wait. And I focus my secondaries on him. See if I can maybe get some main battery hits here. Don't know which way he's really going. He goes unspotted. He's outside of the radar range. Don't get any main battery hits. Secondary hits, I didn't get any as well. Here, I'm still detected, and I'm making this turn. And looking at it from my perspective now, it really seems like not a safe turn. But nothing's really targeting me. And just now somebody is, and I take shots at the Colorado as he's turning. So I hope that I led him enough here in this turn to do something pretty devastating. And we do. 34k chunk. We fire 6 shells, 5 hit, and 1 Citadel. Georgia B what Georgia do. It really just likes to nuke things out of the water. Is kind of the Georgia way. And, you know, speaking of nuking, just barely, I think, missed out on killing that Fiji. I think he's left on maybe 2k health. 2 pens, 2 overpens. You know, it was a hard shot because he was coming in and out of being detected because of his smoke screen. So, I think I got a little bit robbed there on not murdering him. He's left on 9k, but I think he popped a heal because he was not on a lot of health when I fired. Shots out on that Colorado that we slapped earlier. Of course, you know, Colorado, hardship to play, but, you know, he deserves to be slapped. 4 hits out of 6, 2 pens, 2 overpens. Yeah, no, that's the kind of the downside of 18-inch guns sometimes is, you know, their pen is great and can do a bunch of damage to stuff. I launched the spotter plane because I figured the Fiji might still be in that smoke screen and I needed to shoot at him. Zane actually kills him, and I think my shots actually would have connected to give me my 3rd kill. But, of course, every time I see a destroyer, focus the secondaries on the destroyer because secondaries will shred destroyers easily. More easily than my main guns. Here I fire, not paying attention to the stupid island indicator, and I'm still traveling towards that Alaska and North Carolina. Notice me going towards them. I'm going towards them without any halt in my step. I'm literally charging straight towards them, mainly because they're both not great health. The only thing tier 9 there is the Alaska, and I figure I can probably survive taking them out myself. Here is kind of a funny moment. Fire all 6 shells into their direction. My secondaries are opening up there, and I hit both of them. So I hit the North Carolina for some damage, and I hit the Alaska for some damage, because they're piled on top of each other. I just thought that was kind of funny, and I think I actually do that twice here, because they're still going to be stacked on top of each other for a while. Zane's, of course, telling me, hey, you could kill the one and ram the other, and it's like, well, that just seems like a throwaway of my life. So I'm going to aim for the Alaska here to take him out. And I still hit the North Carolina with shells, too, giving me my 3rd kill and 138,445 damage. I slow up to let my secondaries try to maybe kill that North Carolina, but I do hit the speed boost, because I'm going to start pushing away towards the Odin and stuff. And I'm sitting here like, oh, please let me kill the North Carolina, please let me kill the North... Dang it. Lost it to the Albemarle for a fire. Alright, so we're up to 140,000 damage in this game. Still a few targets left, you know, the destroyer from earlier, the Shiratsuyu that was running away, an Odin, and a Riga. So I'm going to take these shots on the Odin. Of course, I still have the one turret reloading because I fired it at the North Carolina that died. Odin turns out, so my first shells miss. Second salvo, miss. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not that good at the game, so it comes down to a lot of luck. The Riga traveling in a straight line, 45-degree angle, fire 4. Odin's firing HE. I believe, yep, the Riga is turning, so we missed there as well. And so I fire another one off of his inward turn, and don't think that nets anything either. So, yep, it comes down to my terrible aim a little bit there, and you see the Odin secondaries are lighting me up. So, cool, lovely. And then we get some shots out on the Odin here. Decent damage, 65 with AP through the front. He starts to turn out a little ways. Second one's split a little bit, do 4K off a pen and an overpen. Double fire here. I don't think I put this out right away. And there I pop it, because I know he's gonna get another like couple sets off. And I want to give it to him plenty of time to run and never kill him. Still have one turret up. Up to 160,000 damage. And now we have a Riga to deal with. We actually get a fire on that Riga, which I believe he extinguishes. Yep. So now we're kind of just hoping for another one. I'm holding my fire here because he's bad angle, and I'm waiting for my rest of my turrets to come up. And I'm waiting. He's turning outward. Then I fire. And wasn't a great shot on my part. Led a little too far forward. And so I didn't kill him with that salvo. I get a high caliber Bane of the Oceans. That's just for 100 achievements. And I also get high caliber and Confederate in this game. And will I make it a Kraken? I got robbed of it in another game. Nope. The Albemarle Marble also cost me another kill here. So speed boost is no longer active, so I can't push hard towards where the Shiratsuyu will be. But I do start switching to HE to hopefully maybe get my Kraken, because that's the one thing that always seems to lose me out on, like maybe replay sending them into Jingles or anybody, is I don't get Krakens. I get nice, decent damage games. Speaking of decent damage games, go check out my 313,000 damage Iowa game. I will put it in the cards up above. You can click up there and check it out, or it's on my channel as one of my popular uploads. It's apparently very popular to see somebody do 313,000 damage. I won't spoil any other things in that game, but please go check that out. It was like one of my first few games in the Iowa, and the reason I really like that ship. So anyways, back to this game. You know, 186,000 damage. I launched my scout plane to just, you know, if the Shiratsuyu spots me, I have early warning of torps. Start reloading HE to give me a better chance against the Shiratsuyu. I know he's lower on health and he's capping out B right now, so we're going to charge straight towards B. And of course, Zane did die earlier, if you didn't notice. He died on 3 kills, and I'm on 4. So between the two of us, we've killed 7 people. And then the Albemarle on our team also has killed 3 people as well. So that puts 10 between all of us, if the Albemarle is included in that as well. And so the rest of the team only has 1 kill. There's 3 players with kills and no one else. I get spotted here, so I really think that the destroyers in between the 2 islands are right up ahead. But I'm not 100% sure. Looking back on it, I don't know where it really was. But yeah, he spots me, so it gives me an idea that, hey, I might actually be closing. So I have my speed boost going, and you notice we're almost 39 knots right now. We get hit in 39 knots, so it's, I don't know how fast the Shiratsuyu is off the top of my head, but him running away, you know, isn't going to be super quick. But of course, we don't actually catch the Shiratsuyu. I don't get a crack, and the game ends on points. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If so, a rating would be much appreciated, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.
Shut up and sit down.